Greetings YouTube and welcome to a video that quite frankly I never thought I was going to make because you see I never planned on applying to this program. It said announcing the start of our content creators program way back in August of 2017. So this marks this month the 2-year anniversary of this MCOC team post inviting YouTubers to join the content creator program. And I'm not here to trash the program. I think it does a service to the community to have YouTubers have early access to new champions, to test out their abilities, to kind of predict what they'd be good at or bad at. But make no mistake about it, this is not something that was done on Kabam's part without the intention that these content creators would be like a PR wing for the company, meaning that they would give positive hype and publicity to the new champions to get people excited about them, which does two things, right? It allows you to have more interest in staying with the game because who would want to quit a game when maybe your new favorite champion is going to be the next month's featured champion? Or, of course, if you're excited about the champion, you're more likely to throw your money at the champion crystals, especially the featured Grandmaster and featured Cavalier crystals, to acquire said champion. Now, I have never applied for this because I could have bet everything I owned and all future earnings that I had no chance to actually get into the program. And actually, if I was Kabam, I would not want me to be in the content creators program. And there's two main reasons why. The first is that a lot of people know me as the guy that reviews in-game offers. And even though that can be a subjective thing, I am very critical of trash offers. I am not afraid to call out Kabam for charging something that should be about 20 bucks, 2 or 3 times the price. And that, of course, defeats the purpose of the content creators program of making them money. It takes money out of their pocket, and so why would they want to be associated with me? But besides that, I've got to be honest. If I'm having a bad month, I would say about 1 out of every 50 of my videos contains a fairly significant factual error that then most of the time I either have to pull the video or post in a comment underneath, sort of like what a newspaper would do with the retraction. And there are multiple reasons why I make mistakes. Sometimes I'm just an idiot and I misspeak. Sometimes I just don't sound smart at all. And sometimes it's because the information has evolved and the information that I put out on the video is no longer accurate and it is old information. I would like to think that if I'm doing my job, even though mistakes are going to be made, even factual ones, I make a fairly significant mistake about once every 50 to once every 100 videos. And while that may not sound like a lot, when you put out over 2,000 videos on your channel, that means there's 20 to 30 videos I've made floating around, whether that be on champion use or game updates or whatever, that I was just wrong on and that aren't the most factual. And sometimes you just got to take the L when you're making content because you're going to make mistakes, you've got to own up to them, and you just got to do your best to hopefully not make them again. This is also why I enjoy things on my channel that have nothing to do with factual errors, like commentating crystal openings or producing live streams, and even grading offers for the most part. Don't really involve many risks for factual errors other than just the subjectivity of what it's worth it to you to pay for something like a tier 2 alpha catalyst or a tier 5 basic catalyst or even 5-star shards, 6-star shards, 4-star crystals, etc. So I wasn't going to apply for this, and then Katie Candy, who recently applied to this, let me know after a dungeon run a couple nights ago that she had done this and that she thought, hey, I just kind of communicated with the community what it was like to go through this process. You should consider doing the same thing. So I thought about it, and I was thinking to myself, this is going to be a kind of bad experience for me because I guarantee you they're going to reject me really fast and probably say my channel is trash. And if I was them, I'd probably say the same thing. And that'll be that. So I did apply this week, and to their credit, it took just 2 or 3 days to get back to me. And I'm going to show you what I sent and what they sent back, and I'm going to be completely transparent. And I'm going to talk about some things that they said that I agree with and some things they said that I didn't, and just, I don't know, maybe it's interesting to you, maybe it's not, maybe no one will watch this video, but I promised Miss Katie Candy that I would do it. By the way, shout out to Katie Candy, great YouTuber, and also someone that is currently grinding her soul away for 3 days for Warlock. Okay, so, Content Creator Program application. Hello, I'm reaching out to you to see if it's possible to be in the Kabam Content Creator Program. This is me, by the way. Below is the information asked in the application process. Thank you for your time. I submitted my channel link and then the requirement, which is an educational video link, which I chose to show my rank up for 4 stars. Actually, I think this was the video I put out last week, which I kind of talked about which 4 stars I would use, that generic awakening gem that so many summoners got for summoner appreciation. And so I thought, it's a safe video to post, even though if they go to my YouTube channel, they're going to see a lot of crystal openings, live streams, and of course, offer grades. So Kabam Thel, I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right, responded, and it said, "Greetings, Profoff." So I thought that was kind of cool, even if it's not intentional, that they said my phrase back to me. "Thanks for your interest in the Content Creator Program." I feel like after reading these first 2 lines, it brings me back to when I would apply and get rejected by a lot of colleges and undergrad because my ACT score was horrendous. And they would start off first, when you get a small envelope, you're screwed. But then it would say like, "Hey, thanks for applying to the program. You don't have the qualifications to get in, or they're better applicants," or something. But we're going to go line by line and see what they said. "While we respect and admire your consistency in uploading videos." So Kabam's ready to drop the hammer on me, right? If there's a comma and a sentence starts off with some sort of encouragement, they're about to roast me. And if you're wanting me to be roasted, you clicked on the right video. "It's really important to us," this is going to be the part I debate, but we'll get into it. "It's really important to us, Kabam, that content, right, content associated with the Content Creator Program is as factually accurate as possible. Upon review of your channel, it would appear," which is kind of an interesting phrase because it means that it might be true, it might not. It's better for them just to take out the words "it would appear," that there are times, just say, "Upon further of your channel, there are times where your content on game updates, characters, or forum posts," which is another fascinating wording of this, "do not demonstrate this trait." I feel like they're my dad, right? And I've asked for like more allowance, and they're like, "It would appear that you don't know how to spend your money wisely, and so we're going to have to say no, dog. It's a no from me. For this reason, we will not be admitting you to the program. Regards," not kind regards, just regards, "Thel." I did respond, and I said, "Thank you for responding to my inquiry. It's really important to me that I improve my channel to be as factually accurate as possible. Your response did not give me the chance to improve upon this goal because you did not give me any real specifics as far as what videos were not accurate. Can you please inform me of which ones you are talking about? Thank you, Profoff." Now, this is not me trying to defend the fact that I don't make mistakes in videos, because I do. And it is the nature. And, the quote-unquote haters or whatever, they have a point sometimes when they comment. They're like, "Prof, you rushed this video out too much. You made a mistake." And I would say 9 out of 10 times when I get that comment, it's completely valid. I did make a mistake. I deserve that feedback. But it's important for me to try to not spend time arguing with them and trying to defend me when clearly I'm in the wrong. But to say, "You know what? Yeah, I got to use a calculator next time. I got to ask more people for second and third video sources. I've got to do better." So that is true. I do want to spend the final part of this just kind of objectively responding to Kabam's line in this that says, "It's really important to us that content associated with the CCP is as factually accurate as possible." Because quite a few videos, including some of the ones that they're referencing for me on forum posts, lately have been 2 things. It's just me taking a Reddit post, reading it to you verbatim, and saying that this is what people are talking about. But most importantly, there's been a disturbing, or really 2 different disturbing patterns this year for Kabam. The first is the silencing of posts that they feel are not constructive. Even when people have sent me screenshots of the posts that got deleted, there's no profanity in them, there's no attacking language. It's just saying like, "Hey, there's been this bug that's been going on for X amount of weeks or X amount of months that's essentially pro-Kabam, anti-player, and it's wrecking me. Can you all let us know if you're working on it?" And that kind of post, which to me sounds completely reasonable, just automatically gets deleted. But the second thing is that Kabam has this habit of basically, if something is anti-player, they just kind of keep it around and they say they're working on it, but they really don't get to it very fast. But if something is pro-player, especially if you have a better chance to pull like a 4-star from a premium disappointment crystal, or maybe even just a better chance to get like a revive on a path or something, that quote-unquote error will be fixed immediately. Even if it takes an emergency maintenance, the team will stop everything. They will drop everything and they'll patch up the pro player fix. And even though I get why they do that, because it is costing them money and this is a for-profit company, I just have a hard time seeing Kabam as a company that is always committed to factually accurate information. I just want to bring up a couple things that I wrote down before I end this video. The first is, one of the first forum post videos I did was because they said that Drax against Mordo, just randomly, depending on frame rate, used to counter that Mordo's Astro Evade, and everything I knew about Drax was that 100% of the time he used to do that. And Kabam made it seem like it was luck. Sometimes it happened, sometimes it didn't. It depended on what device you used. Everybody I knew that used Drax, I don't care if it was an Android or an Apple device, the conclusion was always the same. And then they changed it, and Drax honestly became less of a utility champion with that quote-unquote nerf. But the second thing is, and this is probably the most recent example I can think of, and I'm sure there can be so many comments in this video that prove other examples, when Sentinel's AI was changed, and suddenly people were being wrecked, especially in Alliance Quest, say map 5, because instead of countering the special one, if you dexteritied it and just charged, you got wrecked. And when Kabam came out on forums, they weren't even admitting that there was really a change. They just said, and I think Kabam Mike's exact wording was that it always took a really expert player, experienced player, or perfect timing to counter it. And trust me, I am not the summoner that's going to give you videos on perfect timing. That's why I rarely do gameplay videos, because a lot of times there's just better people out there who play the game. And why should I give you a subpar gameplay video when there are channels that do it better? But they came out and said essentially that there was nothing wrong and that this was always something that was hard to counter. And then when it turned out that that was just a lie, they put in the patch notes that they were updating it, but they never even formally acknowledged it. And that's the other thing about Kabam. Like I said for my channel, I'm going to make mistakes. And sometimes I've used the community page to just publicly apologize for them. Sometimes I've deleted videos. And sometimes I've put amendments to the videos and pinned a comment to say, sorry, I screwed up on this and I missed this fact. Here's what should happen. I wish I could tell you that I'm always going to be factually accurate with my videos, but like I said, if I'm doing a bad job, I'm probably going to get something wrong about once every 50 videos, and if I'm doing a good job, it hopefully will be closer to 1 out of 100. That probably alone disqualifies me from the content creator program, but it's especially disqualifying that I'm not just going to promote all their offers that are trash value for the community. What I hope that Kabam will do is keep in mind in future forum posts and updates, the line in this response, it's really important to us that content associated with the CCP is as factually accurate as possible, and that all content that they put out is factually accurate as possible, because oftentimes it's not. It gets buried, they ignore it, and it turns a lot of people off because they say they want transparency, and they end up just doing the exact opposite. So that is my experience applying for the content creator program. I hope you have found this video factually accurate and maybe even valuable or interesting enough to click on. I don't know who's going to watch this, but I'm going to put it on YouTube. And otherwise, I just want to say, have a great Thursday, YouTube. Thank you so much for watching and supporting my Marvel contest. Never going to be a content creator of Champions YouTube channel.